to Do You Believe In? Today's topic is going to be ghosts and some of the equipment that some of the ghost hunters out there use to do some actual investigating work. And what I have here is 3 camcorders, 2 of which are digital cams. One in particular, 2 in particular actually, they're made by Sony. The reason why I picked Sony is because Sony has, in most of their digital cameras, have what's called night vision, which enables you to see easier in the dark. It has the infrared filter in there, which makes it easier to do actual night recording without having to use indoor lighting, especially in some cases when you're investigating in a house with no power or anything. It makes it a lot more easier to see what's going on. In addition to using flashlights, say for an example, if you're going to use flashlights, there's what they call headlamps, which these work rather well. There's the regular IR red light, and then there's the standard white lighting. Or you can use they have the hats, which also come with clip-ons. As you can see, that you can just clip right onto a hat and then adjust it, and then see it turns on right there. Okay. Also, and there's another one here, which is another Sony, which I have. It's a Handycam. It's also has infrared, night vision, which also is easier to use at night when there's no power. Which actually, it's more better if you use these than the standard digital camcorder that doesn't have any night vision. It's more better. The reason why I'm saying is because if you're using just a standard digital cam, and 9 times out of 10, if you're using a brand, for instance, this one here is a Samsung. It doesn't offer any night vision. It's just a standard digital cam for standard filming with regular room lighting or indoor-outdoor filming, but there's no additional features such as night vision, which, like I said, Sony does offer those. Also is the handheld recorders, which in most cases, which we use to do EVP, which stands for electric voice phenomenon. And what that is, if there's any audio that's caught when you're doing recording at nighttime during case, you could set the recorder down. Preferably, if you're setting it on record, set it at a lower volume. Okay, when you set it at a lower volume, press it on record, set it on a table. If you're going to ask, say for instance, if you go into a room and you ask questions and say, is there anyone here, could you give us a name? You're not going to hear any responses 9 times out of 10. But if you have that recorder on and you have it placed in there, say like your investigation is 30 minutes to an hour, whatever, however length of time the tape is, and then at the end of the day or the following day when you review the cases, you can play it back. If there's anything that's going to be picked up, 9 times out of 10 that recorder is going to pick up, because most of these recorders have a very sensitive recording device, so those should be able to pick up something. There's also the digital recorders, which is one of my favorites, being because, see, this unit here, it not only does just as well as good as the handheld, but it doesn't require any tapes. And it also, as it records, you can upload it to a computer, and there's some of these that offer, in addition, actually offer a software that you can upload to your computer, which can filter out any noises that are unnecessary, like if you're trying to get more in depth of what's going on in the background. If you want to filter those out and bring up the pitch of what's actually going on, if you're trying to catch that, these work very well. And plus, they're doing a lot. You can do a lot of editing and dubbing. Actually, a lot more filtering, more or less. But as with the other handheld, like I said, they also have inputs and plugs, like if you want to use for headsets, earphones, which also the digital offers. There's also these here. What these are, infrared night vision wireless cams. Now this is just a small one here, which only has 12 little infrared bulbs. And what these are is little infrareds makes them capable of seeing in the dark, so you can record real easily. And there's a lot of them out there in the market that run anywhere from $200 to $300 to $400 on up. This one here was only $50, so these here more likely was made by Lorex's, which is obtained over at your local Walmart. And then there's the pockets flashlights, which everybody carries during investigations. But in any event, if there's any questions that anybody has about what kind of equipment to use for doing an actual investigation, it doesn't really take a whole lot of money to invest to get some equipment like this. Nowadays, you can go to some local pawn shops and pick up something pretty simple. But I would suggest, if you're going to do any night filming, try purchasing a Sony, like I said, because Sony is one of the brands that I found out that does offer the night vision option, so that you can do the filming at night without having to worry about headlamps or, like I said, unless you're going to be investing in these right here, which is wireless. And then there's other ones, like you said, that you've seen, some of you might have seen on taps where they use, which were a lot bigger than that one, of course, and they offer a lot more infrared bulbs, and of course they're a lot higher in price. But if you're just starting out, it's suggested you could start off with something small. Like I said, if you check out the pawn shops, you can pick up any very inexpensive equipment. These here are ranged anywhere from $70 to $150, depending on your preference of how much you want to spend, which we all know that there's a lot of expenses out there nowadays, especially with the gas prices going up and everything, and it makes it a little more hard for some of us to get out there and do actual casework when you have to worry about having to fill up a gas tank. And so anyway, for anybody of those of you that have any questions or comments, feel free to respond to this film, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. There's a group that we've put together which is called Spring Lake, North Carolina Ghost Hunters, which is right here in Cumberland County in North Carolina. And we have done some cases in Fayetteville, and as well as Vander. We did a warehouse with the original owner, the founder of the team, which is Dave Gill. I'm the co-founder, and I decided to put this team back together. Hopefully we'll be able to get some good cases and put together a good team to try and get that taken care of. But like I said, if there's any questions anybody might have, feel free to video reply me, or if you want, me or email me at thehauntHunter@AOL.com, and we'll go from there. Okay? See you later.